4. Questo vuol dire...
And we finally got it. Sorry for the late, but we got some issues with GPU drivers and OBS doesn't work start recording. So we finally solved it and got it. Okay, welcome back, guys. Today, if you can show the thumbnail, I would like to explain very basic workflow on how to cool export amazing this nice blasty from Embergen to Blender. It's very basic. I would like to suggest for beginners maybe. By the way, Embergen is very easy, and also Blender. There are a lot of contents on YouTube you can find to enhance your knowledge, and you know, I really like to suggest for more accurate info or documentation, going, for example, when you open Embergen into the home, you will find this section on the left screen, and you can find the Discord, very useful. A lot of people inside, and awesome guys. Also the presets, sorry, documentation, and everything you need. Sorry. So these are few samples I recently made. We'll take a look on this artillery explode, and how you can see, I already tested a few days ago, without tweaking the explode, just using the preset and just setting up the nodes to cool the export into Blender and picking the right attributes, and that's it. I would like to take a look, little introduction, bit theoretically maybe, but it's a bit important, even if even if you already are specializing into this kind of sector, you are focusing on this department, or I don't know, in this kind of simulation, call it as you want. It's very important to take reference from reality, but especially not from reality, but how the thermodynamic and fluid dynamic works. I would like to explain really basic how how it works. So let's take a look. Okay, the main important step, whatever animation, 3D animation, CG project, or I don't know, composition, whatever you are doing, digitally talking, you always remember, you must to always remember that it's all into the source. The first step are the most important. It's all there into the initial phase, okay? The first step is the most important one. This should be underwritten, by the way. It's the emitter, in this case for explosion, but I don't know for if you are modeling, or you are doing modeling, or you are doing character, the shape, the main shape is the original source, and shape is dictated from this first step, obviously, by the way. For example, an explosion is most of the time is represented by a little sphere, or an half sphere, sorry, and sometimes with a torus, like the donuts, or a tube or cylinder. Uh, Basically, we scatter points, we extract points from the surface, by the way, importing a sphere, one other of this I mentioned. It's a primitive, a flattened surface, okay? So imagine an explosion, it's a bunch, very high tons, massive tons of million, even if billion, thousands of billions of points all convolved, okay? But if we, if we take a look more deeper, there are million, and billion are accumulated, and we want to to smooth this step and represent what's the real life is in the most easiest ways and interpretation terms. So after we scatter these magnificent points from the surface, we could remap those points, and I don't know, we could add a bit of noise to could variate them position, and just take a look. Just take a look on the chat if someone is okay. Okay. I just need to check. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's take a look. Just a moment, sorry. Avoiding. Yeah, I think explode. And how you can see, I already tested. Okay, yeah, it's working. It is working. Hope you could enjoy this session, and please subscribe and share. It's important for me. Thank you so much. And at the same time, it's all bilateral, we could help each other together, Okay, come back to our, where it was. Okay, to me. Okay. So once we extracted those points, I forget to tell. Basically, an explosion it's compound by not just an emitter, so in this case a sphere, but could be more than one. Let's take a look. For example, I'm gonna take some videos I prepared for you to take references. By the way, referencing is the most important stuff when you work and you would like to capture or recreate the reality. Let's take a look on this blast and like that. Okay.
Watch out for the shock, it's coming.
Oh, there. For example, this one is really okay. So it was just one emitter, the sort of the bomb, okay, the missile, but technically into the software, a sphere could not generate this massive blast with different variation, okay? we could interpret this huge blast. By the way, the range of action is pretty huge, and it's not could be covered by a single emitter, but it's preferable by more than one. Okay, so I think by different colors we could split to different emitters, simply simplifying the concept. Okay, the concept of the reality. Okay, so we could imagine three different sphere maybe, or tubes that they gonna activate when missile when the momentum, so momentum is probably increase. I will see is momentum is just okay, just a few half seconds before they hit. Okay, and then okay, activation is right now. Or by the way, the camera is not focusing on all the scenes, so okay, 1, 2, 3. We probably have 3 main emitter. Okay, even if the main missile is one, but the having various collider and forces by a huge power, because maybe by 1,500 to 200 pounds is was sorry that huge blast, the missile, the bomb, whatever it was, and a 2k pound, 1k, half a k pound of blasting cover a huge area. So basically, into 3D software, it's very complicated to could enhance those performance by using just a single emitter. We always need more than one, especially, for example, the torus could be very useful into the case for a shock wave, for example, a dust wave for all the ground interaction. By the way, a sphere or cylinder tendentially enhance its buoyancies to go up, to rises up, even if tricky on those elements and fields. But it's all depending what you wanna reach and recreate. So let's take a look on these 2 main factor, or elements from the emitter, the main source and the pump. Okay, the main source, we could say, the huge amount of density, velocity, and temperature that are the main 3 subjects of this our nice plume of smoke mushrooms that visually represent this sort of dynamic, this interaction. Pump, it's a sort of I would like to explain. Okay, maybe. Okay, that's the simplest way, I think. Okay. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, this is our ground. Okay, and when our carpet bombing is hitting, okay, create an area of it. Okay, the momentum, if our range is from 0 to, I don't know, very short time, 24 frames, all happen in 24 frames. Okay, the momentum happen in 0 to 24, even if a bit before into the pre-roll. Okay, but since the bomb hits the ground, there is the first big flame, or sorry, not properly flame, depending also by the combustion inside those kind of bomb, which will represent different explosions. By the way, the gasoline, the artillery, or simply smoke interaction above the nature and the ground, so mist, fog, or no, the clouds. And the rest, the rest of volumes that has those as combustion injection inside generates pump. Okay, so that's the main difference between the main source and the pump. Maybe a natural volume interaction does not, probably does not have a combustion interaction like the gasoline or some combustion combustion elements that could enhance the fire and all the heat, like temperatures. So when into this range, our missile hit the ground, generates in parallel those elements, the main source and the pump. Pump is always a bit more bigger in terms of particles. By the way, we are scattering particles from the surface, so we are going to adding number of particles by huge huge tons of numbers. So basically, if you want to reach high scattering details due to the combustion, so for example, gasoline is the pump, the main element, not the main source. Okay. For a basic fire, we just need the main source, and probably if we would need a progressive, perpetual, or growing fire enhanced by added fuel, or I don't know, basically fire is enhanced by fuel, so we could have a pump with fuel. In this case, we have the pump in this case for artillery, or I don't know, another blast, another heat collapse. The pump is due the combustion. What's really inside a missile? This is a very big question, because it's older the explosive power that emits. Okay. So basically, it's let me take some reference. Explain better. It's okay. Take a look as soon as possible. Just few seconds. Okay. Okay. Oh, finally. What I really was finding. Okay. Okay. That's okay. In this case, it's a nuclear bomb, but it's simplified for a bomb. Okay. That's the nucleus. Imagine these main elements as I shown recently as was okay. Imagine as a nucleus the pump, okay, and the main source is the cover or a sort of carter, okay. So the pump engage the very potential substantially the very power coming from the pump. By the way, this is an example of atomic blast, but missile or artillery, it's basically the same representation. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and then basically after we set up those main elements, we're gonna generate by some solvers as called into various software, the representing visually fields, so density, temperature, and velocity. And then we take a look on the simulation and export. Okay, let's jump into Embergen, and let's take a look. We'll take these artillery explode presets. I will not do anything, just basic samples to renounce what we said. So, emitter, in this case, let me stop, by the way, recording, will be a bit slower. Emitter shape, but we could find someone else. Tube, for example. Okay, sorry, primitive. And then inside we have all those. Okay. In this case, there is a sphere with big 40 meter, and that's the range of interaction. 14 meters, very huge. Let's decrease a bit, and accuracy totally change. And this is just the first node, the radius. Imagine you have right now this done setup, and just tweaking this first parameter and resimulate, it all changes. That's simply, you understand now what I mean by it's all into the starts. Because when you start from scratch sometimes, or without having experience, you miss these important steps that are the most important when you work. The source, the first step, usually are the most important. So, okay, emitting this blast, these presets have two emitters, okay? After we generate the primitive, there are two scatter points. We could just use one of those, but to enhance details, they prefer to put two because there are few settings. As you could see, there are emission rates very, very high. Okay, they are the same, but with the variation, the randomization. Okay, it's the same number of scattering but randomized. So the points along the surface are very different. So that's create that sort of variation in terms of masking. By the way, we will take a look on the shader after. It generates breakup on the surface. By the way, it's volume, so whatever the camera lens scan when it focus and the lens pass through, the lights will scan the positive pixels. In this case, these are simply particles, but these particles will become colors in pixels, so the correlation. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this result, but not enough. So we take a look what changing emission on this one. Just few very basic tweaking, not anything fancy. Will change the life of our particles, so they will extinguish into a certain frame range, or the speed limits, so they will go faster from this range into a certain time. It's all proportionally, and there is a lot of very awesome stuff we could tweak. these are very often. Sorry, these are very awesome. I really suggest you to tweak, especially the injection. For atomic blast, it's very important this parameter, this section. But by the way, whatever is injected could be tweaked, so these are more advanced. But then we got the needle force, active force, collisions, since the bounding box to third elements to the ground. So now going to the simulation. And okay, there is the domain here, so the container where it is contained. Ink that are pretty stuff, you know. I do not want to cover this stuff because I think it's pretty simple. Left as it is basic. Simulation, type of combustion, and pretty annoying stuff, pretty fancy. Expansion is important. If I rise up this value, you could see how it totally changed. Bang! It's going parallel with the buoyancy. So if I will decrease the buoyancy and expansion, it will be more flatter. If I will turn on expansion and buoyancy, will become a huge ball. So let's take a look. Buoyancy is the buoyancy. Let's take a look. Just a moment. Okay, expansion is high. Should be around here. Combustion module is around here. Combustion, buoyancy. Where we are? The buoyancy. I do not think. Maybe it's. If I will remember, should be here. Oh, maybe. Oh dear. Okay, let's start from buoyancy. Where are you, buoyancy? Buoyant. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, as you can see, it's a proportional ratio. Percent of temperature in Kelvin. Okay, so I do not talk about this advanced stuff. You know, we see the color of the explosion. Color of an explosion are represented by the temperature. More the temperature is high, more the whitish color is in. Low the temperature it is, more cold the color it is. So, for example, let's start. Okay. As you see, from the start, more brightened. By the way, we rising up the percent of gravity each 1,000 degree of Kelvin. So let's take a look. Let's see. And if I totally decrease right now, and also the expansion, it will be almost flatter. More spiky, not too very hot. By the way, it's a sort of pre-multiplier, okay? More gravity equal to more temperature. So more big, more effects, okay? So how we could see, it's pretty small, and the mushroom it generates pretty not too charged, pretty low. It's just bam. It's a sort of not too high temperature. By the way, increasing this by a lot in parallel with the expansion. There is an hot, very hot, and at the same time more temperature presents every percentage of the unit of a pixel of gravity, more the temperature rise up. Okay, it's all correlation, a physical correlation above temperature and temperature and mass, gravity, percentage of units of mass into a certain range of temperature. Okay, that's really interesting. So for this reason, is thermodynamic is the most important knowledge you need to could enhance your realism and physics into the scenes, explosion scene. By the way, that is a nice example. I could enhance the fuel weight also, and let's take a look. As a fireball. Or I don't know, increasing all parallel. Okay, we increase all very not so controlled. These are very few speaking tests, but how you can see flames into the air. By the way, sorry, I would like to explain very easily. By enhancing those values to high, especially also the fuel, the air will be, sorry, the temperature basically sucks the air, sorry, the temperature basically sucks the density around, so it will generate vorticity, nice shapes. By the way, now let's export. Okay, maybe turn back original one and export this. So let's go export, not export particles, export VDB. By the way, we're gonna take out as a VDB, as a volume. So from the volume processing, we'll take the output VDB and we'll attach here. Okay. Artillery Explo. What fields it has? Fury, temperature, velocity, and density maybe. Yeah, absolutely. We could check. So mission template, smoke rates, shot, yo, and that's it. Nice. Now let's unplug. Where it is? Mission was visuals. Show meter. Sorry, not this one. Activate the frame. Okay. Show meter color. We could also change the color emitter. Shadow caster. Visualize also the perfect ratio of the shadows. Okay. Basically, simply explore density, temperature, and velocity. Yeah, probably I forgot to tell before. So yeah, these are the main three attributes compounding the whatever blast it is, but mainly density represents the gray scale color, temperature, the scatter, the heat, and velocity is a complaining. We sometimes use it also to visualize colors, like the density or temperature, and enhancing those forces, like the vorticities, disturbances, disturbance, thread, and lots of other. So in this case, I will export my temperature, flying velocity. I do not have fuel in this kind of explosion, so I will not take out. And our frame range, okay, first one directory, so let's choose. I will create one, explode Blender. I choose the folder. File name is how actually are saving the file. So save. Sorry, okay. The default variable is set on the project. So it will based on the preset I selected. It was artillery explosive 1. If you change this variable to, I don't know, maybe this project directory as the variable dollar refer to the preset. Okay, project dir, it automatically repath all my directory. Okay, we left as it is the first one. First frame 0, my explosion starts from 0, right? And by default it will export just right 64, but I would like to export more, the double, so 128. I think it's nice. Cover all the main volumetric, yeah, enough. It's enough. So make sure we check the right box. Control advanced. Okay, and we do not need to remap the values, and hit export. Okay, so again we'll export. We're gonna prepare to Blender. I already open, so just few moments. Let me check. Let's see. Going. Yeah, sorry. Okay. So. One minute. It could be take a while. By the way, I'm recording. Come on, come. Or I could simply also cut or cast to the half of the total sequence. Wait for it. And if you already have some questions, I don't know, please tell me know. Let me know, sorry. And it will take a bit. I will restart. I will delete. Okay. Nice, nice, nice. Stop it. Just a few frames, by the way. Good dissipation. It's very heavy. Start now. Overwrite. It's not probably recommended overwrite, but just for that for now. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Once it exported, I have different version already exported because I'm recording. It will take a while. Okay. I already have this version exported, so go in Blender, open Blender, Shift A, and go to volume. Import OpenVDB. Okay, let's write where we had our project directory. Embergen, VDB plume. Sorry, I will take the artillery. That's the artillery. This is the fantastic artillery. Select just one, the first one. Import VDB. Yo. If you scroll, it will not move. By the way, if you go into the section, you will see a sequence is not active. It's still activating the sequence, but it will not continue to work. By the way, it's all freeze 0 to 1. So if I will remember, the sequence was around 100, I will write 100. And if I will remember, yeah, probably I could remap from here, and I decided it will start since 1001. So in 1001 it will start. Maybe. Let me remap the frame range. Yes, and this is shifting. So once we shifted and we activate the volume, it's time to render. Okay, switch to cycles. Okay, probably we need an HDR to visualize better, but for now stop because we go to shader and selecting. Make sure we selected the volume, new material, and we have this automatically principal volume. Okay. Now, what we need to do? Changing values. By the way, density it's okay, but probably temperature will not properly work, or even if increasing this value. By the way, 1K is it's probably a sort of total black. Okay. There is no it representation. We extremely, at least, go higher. Go higher and higher. And if it's not working, it's because it's not the right attribute, but maybe not flame. Let's see. It's not working. Maybe the emission, but not. Well, okay. I should take a look on what parameter I exported for this class. Temperature. If temperature doesn't right. Right. Yeah. Density. Okay. Something starting. Oh, okay, okay. But it's not properly the right way. Let's take a look. Color attributes. Maybe okay. Maybe it's the ground. I use come on. I use a random HDR. Okay. Okay. Oh, finally works. Nice. Okay, but not properly because means our nice color, phantom color, blessing color. So let's take a look why it's not working. Density is working properly. Temperature. Temperature, velocity. Very interesting. I hope I do not. I is not a wrong file, by the way. Interesting stuff. So, oh gosh, oh gosh, yeah, yeah, stupidly, just increasing a few it's all with the density increasing, right? Put again the temperature, like temperature 5, like maybe flame boss. Let's change black body, interesting, very interesting. Black body 0.2.1, 1, increasing, flame. There is something weird, very weird, very weird. Yo, very weird, very good. Let's try. Let's debunk this. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. The important when miss a letter. Okay. I'm so stupid. This is the wonderful joy of a live. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I always read flame, and miss those S. So that's it. Dear. So you could tweak and you could enhance the workflow, extending various operational. Tweaking and tweaking and tweaking and tweaking. So now we understand why it's not properly so easy, and you may always stay on focus. By the way, it's so very picky. Every single stuff makes the difference. So now it's up to you to engage, evolve, enhance the performance. Hope you enjoy, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and soon I will drop some new videos. I hope you could enjoy. And that's it. Bye.